In this video, we are going to learn the structure of React, the flow of React, where it starts and where it gets ends, and what is the main thing that connected with the browser, and how to write the code properly, and how to maintain the components, and many other things, and what is the difference between libraries and frameworks, and many more other things we are going to learn. So first, we will start our server. First, we need to go inside our React file, React.js, and then after that, npm run dev. Okay, after npm run dev, it will provide one link. We need to open that link. Okay, it has been opening in the browser. Now, hello and bit code both are there, and this is the our main PDF file that I have created by myself, and then you can take references from these notes because I have provided all the stuffs that are not in the documents. Also, something many things are I have been gathered from many other websites, and we will learn about libraries and framework first. Not much deeper, but at least we should know the one to two difference in between them. Why should we use library, or else why should we use the framework? If anyone ask what is React is a basically library front end based component. Okay, like that you can say React is having multiple definitions in that you can tell any one of that one. But before that one, we need to learn what is means what is React, and what is the difference between libraries and framework. Okay, so library is a collection of modules which provides inbuilt functionalities to the developers, where the framework is a collection of libraries which provides inbuilt functionalities to the developers. What do we mean by this one? Means here whenever we have yesterday we have seen that after installing the npm install, we have got the node modules. These are the things got installed in the React app. Okay, the same thing, but in the library, what will happen? The entire file means not file, the library means in the sense this React will be directly imported in the this Angular. Okay, like that they meant to say the learning curve of library is very easy because of less concepts. Here we are having more concepts, but compared to the Angular we are having less. That means here compared to Angular the learning curve is easy. Okay, and then here it is the opposite of that one. You can get to how it. Okay, for example, there are React.js in the library, and inside the framework we are having Angular. This is the main thing you need to know. And after that, libraries and framework helps in maintaining the clean code, because here the structure of the code also by if the structure is good, by the developers will get understand easily. Then modularity of code, that is also important, and then proper code structure, that is okay. And then reusability of code, this is the most important. Suppose here I already hello you have seen there. If I want to print the same thing, I can print multiple times in the create. You can see some randomly I have given the names. I have written three times. Okay. Then if you go to the browser, then if you see hello has been printed three times. I have written the component means that I have written the code only one time, but I have used three times. So this is the one main thing, and it saves us save our time. The unimportant. Then we are having definition of the React. So React is a JavaScript front-end component-based library which is used to develop user interface. Means the libraries is used to create the UI. UI in the sense user interface. The whatever the things you see on the screen, that is known as user interface. So this is the by React only we can create those things, and by that what will happen? Uh, the rendering of the page will be reduced, and second thing, optimization will be there too much. And then we are having some other concepts of React, many more other things. By that debouncing is there, many other things will happen by the React.js. And then component. So what do you mean by component? So component is a part of UI. Means yesterday I have told you that whatever you see on the UI, everything is component only, because that have you have written inside one file, that is known as component. Okay, it is reusable bit of code which holds part of UI. Okay, you can take references from this one, or you can take the Xerox. So after that, we are having most important thing in the React. We are having two things. That is, one is class based component and another one is the functional based component. So previously, up to 2019, everyone were using the class based component, and after that 2019, they have introduced hooks and some other XEO, some other concepts. After that, everyone are using functional component. So functional component is so much easy compared to the class component, because why we have left the class component, in the sense, in this class component we need to use the this keyword to specify particular variable or something. For that one, what it was happening, it was too much complex to maintain the code also. And then after that functional component, it has provided a hooks, and hooks are not supported to the class component. Hooks are only supported to the functional component. This is the main important thing. Then after that, when we create a component, the file name component in the Pascal case. Here, you need to remember this one. Currently, I'm writing, whenever I'm trying to write a file, creating the file name or something. Sometimes I may write in a small case or camel case, but as your practice, you should write this one in a particular Pascal case. Okay, the component name must be in the Pascal case. Okay, already is in the same thing. Every component must be written JSX. Means already I have shown you, when you type RFCE, it is a short form. Means React functional component. In that, it will automatically provide the return keyword. In that, it will provide a div also, that is known as JSX. So basically, JavaScript XML. XML stands for upgraded HTML, means HTML6. Okay, and then advantages of React. So basically, here some advantages are there and disadvantages also there for everything. And here, advantages, first of advantage is easy to learn. Okay, and then creating dynamic web publications, that is also more important. And then third is reusable component. At least you should know the three difference in between them, so that it should be, if someone asks you as a interview questions or somewhere, if your knowledge is used, you can tell that one. Okay, then disadvantages of React. Lack of documentation, you can say, previously we can say, but now currently they have improved their documentation. But instead of that, what we can say, it suppose if we want to add something like a React Rotterdam, we need to install again the packages. That is the one disadvantages. And then here, it is having a lot of file storage, means it will take a big file storage. Like in the beginning only, it will take 200 MB, and afterwards, if you install the package, it will go up to 1 GB also. And then like that, some other concepts are also there. You can go through the Google and search as advantage disadvantages. And here I have written one small example. Like the one thing is that important export, that I will explain in the next video. Remaining, okay, that is also okay, fine. And then default, okay, this is also fine. Next, we are having JSX important interview questions, that also I have written. Okay, so what is the JSX? I have already told you. JSX stands for JavaScript XML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. That is the advanced level of HTML. Current version HTML we are using HTML5, but we can use HTML6 also. In XML 6, in the sense HTML6, XML is used to create custom tags. Yesterday I already told you, I can create whatever the file name is there. I can write my name, personal name, means in the sense my game coding channel name, whatever you want, you can write anything. But the thing is, uh, whatever you write, it should be particular meaning to the browser and you, as a user also, so that it will be understandable for the both of them. And then JSX allows us to write HTML inside the JavaScript file. Already you know, already we have seen that some examples. Hello already are printed. Then rules of JSX. You can go through this JSX code and many other things. Without wasting time, I will go for the next thing. Okay. Now we will go for the NPM. Basically, what do you mean by NPM? NPM stands for Node Package Manager. That will handle the entire thing. Suppose if you want to install any data, you need to use the NPM, because that is, it is the handler of all the thing. You can say it is the one of owner of the these packages. If you ask them, they he will provide like that. Example, I have simple examples I have taken. Then npm is used to manage the packages in our javascript application. Okay, you can read those things, and we will go for the next file folder structure of this one. uh, the command to install React White app. So npm create white at the rate latest. This is a simple example. If they will ask sometimes, they will ask how to what are the ways to create the React. Then you can see npm create React app. That is the older version. Npm create white at the rate latest. This is the second version. Then we are having npx create uh, React app. Like that, we are having 3 to 4 commands to installation. You can check in the MDN or Google. You will get. And then npm install already we have seen. Npm install command is used to install all the dependencies of project from package.json file. Okay, here we will go for this one. And here I added a command like npm install. When I added that npm install, this node module has been installed in our code. And here in this code, they are having lot of code that you even don't know what is the importance of what is the important of in our code that see, you can see here JSON is there and some license is there. We don't know, not at all. We don't know that what is the use of this one. Okay, so basically, these are the code they have written. Like suppose if you want to host this React app on a platform, suppose you have created your any Swiggy like clone or something, you have created your personal web page that you want to launch in a market. Then what you need the SaaS platform. Then you need the license of that one, and then multiple things, not only one things. For that, they are having hundreds of backend dependencies will be dependent on each other. For that, React has created such a way that you, you can directly push this to the cloud. You need the one command, just npm build, and then afterwards some 2 to 3 steps are there. Follow that step. Then after that, you can push to the Hostinger or any Netlify. Some many platforms are there. You can push to those code. Okay, and in the project, I will show you how to push that code also, and many other things, and how to connect with the database, and many other things are there to learn in the React. Then next we will go for the public. So here public is a folder which stores the external assets such as images, documents, and audio. Okay, here you have seen that suppose if you are creating your own web page like Swiggy or Zomato, example, take whatever you want. You are the current you are creating your own Swiggy, like that some other platforms you are creating. There you need the images of landing page, then food images, then your profile images, then cart images, and thousands of hundreds of images you need. That all the images you cannot randomly push into the some any random files, so that it will be complex to use. So for that, they have introduced a public folder, so that publicly means in the sense you can use this file anywhere. In the starting video, you have seen the this white was been displayed on the our screen. So they also are putting their path to the public only. And then next we are having src. Okay, we will go with the nodes line by line. And then next we are having git ignore. This is the one of the most important. Suppose you have created your code, everything has been done, and you are pushing to the GitHub now. While pushing to the GitHub, it accepts only less code, and it doesn't have a. They will have much more space, but you need to pay for that one. But up to a certain GB, they are providing free. For that, you cannot push the whole thing to the GitHub. Suppose if you are pushing that npm node modules to the GitHub, then what will happen? It will take a lot of storage in the GitHub. Then by pushing and getting pull from the GitHub, that will be so much heavier. Instead of that, what you can do? Uh, okay, apart from that, what you can do in the sense. You can push this apart from node modules, every other code like src and components and index.app.js and many other things, whatever the things are there here, apart from node modules, you can everything you can push to the GitHub. And if you go to the readme file, sorry, GitHub, git ignore, what it will do, you can see here, you can read. They're having their own things like some node modules, like what are the things it should not go to the data. Node module should not go like that. uh, and then next we are having package.json. It is a file which contains the information about the project such as name, version, dependencies, or and etc. Okay. So here in the package.json, if you go inside this one, here you can see our JavaScript, which version we are running, and React DOM we are having, that what are the dependencies we are using, this version and our file name, everything here it is maintained. But here now next we are having packet log.json. What is the use case of this one? Suppose I have installed this React DOM, but this React DOM needs some other 4 to 5 dependencies, and it will also download when here you can see it has been downloaded so much of files, around 1,000, maybe it maybe I don't know how much lengthy this part is, more than 1,000 only I think so. Let it be. So here what it is storing, it is storing the dependencies of dependency, means I need React DOM, it is known as dependency, but it depends on something else, that that should also be installed in our uh, code. For that one, we use package log.json, means by default it will go, everything will be read by the automatic only. See here, you can read this file. It is a file which contains the information about the dependencies of the project. You got to know what I mean to say, or you can read this one. You will get to know how it works and what are the ways to. Then next we are having index.html. This is the one important. It is the only HTML file which will be executed by the React application on the browser. So whenever our React file is loaded on the browser, only HTML file is connected with the browser. In that HTML file, we are having app.js. In that app.js, we are having some other create.js and means whatever we have created that are connected here. I will show you this one example. Go to the index.html. See here, script main.jsx, and inside the main.jsx app is connected. If I go to the app.jsx, inside this one create is there, and multiple, how many folders you create, you need to import that here, like that. And then okay, next you are having src in the sense uh, source file. It is the folder which contains the source code of the application, means whatever the code you are going to write, you should maintain a particular component, a particular file structure, so that every code should be inside a src only. Then next, yeah, next we are having main.jsx. So already I have told you main.jsx is connected with the HTML file. And then next we are having app.jsx. App.jsx is connected with the main.jsx. You can read this thing in a simple, easy word I have written. So then we are having app.css. We can create not only app.css, you can create your custom, like how I have created a create file, create.cs. I can write like that. If I want to create some any random name, I can create, but it should be having a particular meaning, and maintain the particular file structure, so that it should be understand for the future purpose. And if someone is reading your code, then it should be 100% proper, so that they can understand. And then next we are having one important readme file. In this readme file, here the developers what they will do, they will add the application file path such a way that if suppose I have added written a code in a in a company I am working, and I have written a code here, and suppose this code is being read by someone else. They don't know what is the file path I have given, and how this the flow of execution is there. For that, what they will do, they will add the readme file, so that they can read the file path and understand the structure of this one file path. Okay, so this is the what we are having. And the next year white dot configuration. So this is the important connectivity of the JavaScript with the browser. You should not touch this one. In case if you are linking any external assets, then you can add the file path properly. And then like plugins like bootstrap or something, if you want to install, you can after installation import that properly here. Okay, so this is what we have learned in our this video, like main.jsx and file path of the GitHub. Okay, so thanks for watching the video.